Hi everyone. So today we are going to cover about the TQM, the Total Quality Management. So far in the quality lesson, you know about the quality. It's the broad aspect. The customer perception can become from the durability, the performance, and the special features and everything. So we talk about the quality control. It's a traditional approach that kind of like a detective approach is there. Where is the odd one, take it out. But already at that situation, we find out the quality control already the waste has happened. But and then the second approach is there we call the quality assurance method, which is a preventive method before something happens. At each stage, the material processing and also input, process, output. All these three stages, they go and actually they checking and then find out okay, there's a don't go further because there's a defect. And they are removing that part and they are going to fix it that problem before going to the next step. It's called quality assurance. So I'm find out today is the most important, wonderful concept called total quality management. It's like a quality like a culture, right? So in this TQM approach, what they're normally trying to mention, they actually came from Japan, again, Japanese concept. So on the total quality management, we are going to find out how the organization will be committed to this, and also the organization how they can involve into ensuring the quality of the organization, the standardization, and also team working. If is involved, so these things they are going to find out by using the total quality management lesson. So the total quality management is a really important lesson because there are advantages and disadvantages to learn. So this lesson will be so many. You can see the past papers and we are referring this concept in your organization. You can see there are so many advantages are there, but there are some certain limitations as well. So today's lesson we are going to find out what is TQM and what are the advantages of TQM, what are the disadvantages of TQM, and we are going to apply that this one, and we are going to find out a pretty good case study, a guitar manufacturing company, how they implement the TQM in the organization, and how they actually, what are the advantages using that total quality management into the organization. Okay. Uh, okay. So, I'm showing a small video clip regarding how TQM works and the introduction of the principle of TQM and everything. Okay, we'll watch that video and let's come back to our small normal lesson. Right.
Learning about the concept of total quality management, also referred to as TQM for short. We will learn what is total quality management, what are the principles of total quality management, and what are its limitations. In today's global markets, competition continues to get harder, and it is becoming essential for companies to provide more consistent or better quality products and services to their customers. In order to provide such quality products and services that meets or exceeds customers' expectations, a key management approach, such as total quality management, should be implemented by organizations. So what exactly is total quality management? Well, total means the involvement and input of everyone in the organization, from top management to its employees. Quality means fully meeting customer needs and requirements all the time. And management is the way we act and operate on policies and procedures, including our training and instruction to all our employees. Thereby, TQM can be defined according to Curran Hasme, 2007, as a management philosophy that seeks to integrate all organizational functions such as marketing, finance, engineering, customer services, and so forth, to focus on meeting customer needs and organizational objectives. And these are the quality gurus in history, who each played a part in developing the quality management approach of TQM as it is today. They are W. Edwards Deming, Joseph N. Jerrin, Armand V. Feigenbaum, and Philip B. Crosby. Following are the 8 principles of total quality management. The first principle is customer focus, whereby the company must place the customer at the center of attention in order to understand their needs, so that they can meet or exceed their expectations. The second principle is leadership, by establishing a unity of purpose and organizational direction, where all members of an organization can share a common goal or aim. The third is the involvement and utilization of the entire workforce, by creating an environment without fear that encourages every employee's involvement and achievement of the organization's objectives. Fourth is process approach, recognizing that things accomplished as a result of processes. The fifth is the strategic and systematic approach to management. A company's strategic plan must incorporate quality as its core component. The strategy here is doing the right things right the first time. And sixth is continual improvement, creating a culture of continuous improvement for zero defects, zero errors and accidents. The seventh is factual approach to decision making, meaning decisions must only be based on accurate, relevant, and reliable data and information. And the eighth principle is mutually beneficial supplier relationships, where both the company and the supplier can benefit from one another's resources and no harm resulting in value for all. Now, as with any organizational system, total quality management has its limitations, though it may differ from one company to another. As such, let's look at two limitations that occur with this management approach. The first is cost in time and money. Implementing TQM systems can take many years. During these long years, substantial costs can accrue due to the lengthy process of training employees, which also takes a significant investment by the company in terms of money and the utilization of resources. So, adopting the TQM process can be quite expensive and exhausting. Second is the fear of change. Because of increasing global competition, many organizations are replacing the traditional approach with a TQM approach. However, there are those employees that resist change due to uncertainty, doubt, and fear from these rapid global changes. And this is what sometimes, but so holding organizations with successfully implementing the TQM system. Despite these limitations above, there are companies that have successfully implemented the TQM approach and have gone on to achieve long-term success, growth, and survival. An example of such a company would be the Toyota Motor Company. In relation to TQM, they put the customer first. Second, they continually improve their products, also referred to as Kaizen, which means continuous improvement. And third, they fostered total participation by encouraging all employees to be involved in making effective contributions towards the development of the company and the achievements of its objectives.
Okay, right now you just watch the video about the TQM. That means you find out mainly this concept. So the total quality management is coming from not individual; it's a collective effort. It's a collective effort. We find out the quality and quality control, traditional quality control, and quality assurance also. And after this concept, the TQM concept, right now you watch that small video clip about these principles. You can see quality chain should be there. That means each worker in a business organization is like a link in a chain, and every worker is both customer and a supplier as well. This is because a worker on a production line will only receive and pass on a semi-finished work, like like a semi-finished work, like a processing product to a next level. So as a result, that it reaches the specified quality standard. Therefore, this avoids a faulty product over being made. So everyone thinking like that manner. I'm a customer as well as I'm a supplier. So I should supply a correct, right product to the right customer. Like that always, this normally quality chain will be there. Even if you ask that question, the editor who works in the NASA, so they might be thinking, my job is actually helping to explore the moon, right? Helping people to send to moon, like that. So like that, he's proud about himself, his job. He's not thinking he's a janitor and I'm actually doing my like inferior job in this organization. He's thinking about the utmost, the ultimate objective of the organization. The exploration of the space and everything. He's thinking, even though I'm doing a small job here, I'm really important. I'm a very important part of this quality chain. If I haven't do my job properly, then the ultimate objective of the NASA or whatever the company cannot be achieved. That mentality they are working. Everyone is involved from the top to bottom, chairman to the janitor, cleaner. Everyone is involving in the organization. That's why I told you, TQM is a collective approach. A lot of people are working together. It's a very pluralistic. So individually you can't achieve the TQM. because it should be happen with all the collaboration department, all the departments in the organization must be participate. It can be the production. Traditionally, normally people say, quality is a responsibility of the production team. Now, it is not like that. It is a responsibility of the entire marketing, production, engineering, customer service, everything. And quality audit should be happen, which means this check audit aims to reduce the variation, which is the cause of the most quality problems and variations in products. Delivery times, materials, work performance, and everything what happened, quality audits must be take place. They are using statistical data at what time, sometimes timesheets, sometimes the daily checkups. Daily audit quality will be satisfied like that way. Different organizations using different quality checkups like that in several organizations. It can be regarding marketing, there's several techniques. Financial management, several audits are there, right? In the inventory, there are several audits are there, stock counting and everything like that. So quality audit means something a different item, something a different practice that sometimes taking some time, and also paperwork are there. But they come and inspect and check whether this is actually working according to the plan. And teamwork is there. So ultimately, as I told you, it's a teamwork. It's not an individual effort, it's a teamwork. So as a result of that, you can see the knowledge and experience of a single person is sometimes not important. She must be shared with others. That knowledge must be shared with others. Then only teamwork will be successful. So as a way of effective of solving problems. And customer focus must be there. As I told you in that video clip, was number one is the customer focus. That means they are sharing their ideas towards the customers. They are thinking the customer is the number one. So their communication with the customer. That communication will link to actually clarify to sort out all the customer problems and expectations they're going to satisfy. So customer satisfaction is guaranteed 100% in the TQM level. Sometimes before they produce something, they are asking from the customer, what do you want? Their specification. According to that, they are preparing that. And finally, zero defects. There will be no defects. Why? Because at the end, every stage, every worker become a customer as well as a supplier, which means they're always receiving the good quality products, and they're giving also to next product, work in progress also, a quality product. Like that, zero defect policy will be there. Like organization, if I apply this TQM into the organization, like a school, so you can better understand, because most of you are actually have a experience in school life right now. You can see zero defect means, for example, everyone involving in organization like a school also. We can see in your education, teachers are involving, and the non-academic people are involving, school managers involving, and then drivers are involving, in the sports departments involving, right? Everyone involving at the end the learning process. And we also have quality audits, something like that's why checkups like exams, internal exams and external exams, and the formal assessments, mock exams, several exams are there, quality audits. And so teamwork is there. Several teams are working. Customer focus. We are giving the first priority for you. What are the subject that you like, your preferences, right? And you can select your subject, customer focus. And if you find difficult in one subject, we have intervention programs are there, right? Sometimes in the morning and in the afternoons, you can see customer satisfaction is very important. So customer focus is there. They are clarifying all their matters and everything. Finally, zero defect. Zero defect in sense, zero failure rate. So a lot of like subjects, including business, you can see the zero failure rate policy is there for a long time, right? Even including myself also, you can see zero defect policy is really important. So for become a successful organization, zero defect policy will be important. So if it is a law firm, we can see zero defect mean the number of the laws that actually we lost should be zero cases. Then we can regard this person, the lawyer is a very successful lawyer. A doctor, a surgeon, the number of cases that actually failed, the number of deliveries, the number of operations and surgeries gone wrong, you must have a zero defect policy like that. That means it can apply to anywhere, even it can be a doctor or a lawyer or a teacher or a judge or a pilot, anything, you must maintain zero defect. Try to maintain zero defect policy in the organization. These are the main 6 quality management TQM principles are mentioned. And finally, you can see the summary of the TQM advantages and disadvantages There are certain advantages are like, for example, we are mainly focusing on customer needs and quality improved in all aspects of the business. As a result, all aspects, not only production, marketing, finance, HR, IT, everything aspects, all the business quality improved and waste and inefficiencies removed, and helps to develop ways of measuring performance and also improve communication and problem solving. Improve communication and the problem solving also. And finally, disadvantage you can see high training and implementation costs. We can see high training and implementation costs. And also will only work if everyone is committed only. Will work only if everyone is committed to the business. That without someone's commitment, if one person say I can't do, I'm not part of this system, then what happens? The quality will be breakdown because it's like a chain. It's like a chain. If one worker, look at this example, in that case, a janitor not work, then what happens? In organization, then school, whatever, it can be a hospital or a school or any office with that garbage, with that dirty environment, no one can't work. So as a result of that, the entire organization work will be stuck and then will be disturbed the entire production process. So as a result of that, everyone's commitment is really, really important. That's one limitation. If one person in this chain actually not involved in that situation, then it will be a problem. And maybe bureaucratic, too many documents. As I told you, the quality audits are there, right? Mainly so many documentations. We also in academic organizations we are normally doing, right? Papers and everything, the marking and the scheme of works and the lesson plans, and the main several other documents are there, including their final report also. So everything, the formalities and documentation and paperwork, administration works are lot of administration works are involved in the system. As a result, sometimes they might say it's that limitation, but these systems are really important. Otherwise, they can't check this performance and progress. Difficult to track. And finally, focus is on process and not the product. Finally, they're giving the main focus is on their process and not the product. Like this kind of advantage and disadvantages are there in TQM organization. Right. Let's go to the application of this TQM in the real world. Right. Look at this nice case study. Activity 2, you can see Santa Cruz Guitar Company. This guitar company, handmade guitar. You can see small manufacturer of handmade guitar. So they are not doing like a mass scale, like a batch production is not there. So maximum they are producing around 500 instruments per year. 500 instruments means it's anyways a small company, and that means they can't actually maximize that much of sales revenue. So their market share and everything is very small. Because if you compare the other guitar companies like Yamaha and everything, they are producing like more than right like a 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, around million instruments per year. But they are only 500 because they are doing handmade versions. So they are applying TQM. How they are doing that? They have quality checkups are there. They have skilled craftsmen are using. They call a special name for the musicians. They call luthiers. Luthiers organizes the employees and around 6 different workstations. They are using 2 such supervisors like that. So every workstation they are passing like there's a separate division of labor is there. Everyone doing specific jobs, and at the end they what happen? They completed every work at each workstation and they are passing the best part to the next level. So all the luthiers are going and check that individually whether it's good to pass it to next level. So if it's good, only they are giving the OK sign. Then only they are going to other workstation. So supervising by the senior luthier, someone who builds the string instruments, and then and no guitar passes on to the next stage without a thorough quality check. This is a part of the TQM supervision. And moreover, as far I can see, they ensure the quality standards maintained. The company will only recruit people that are committed to teamwork. So teamwork is there. They're recruiting people with the team working abilities and interest in guitar also. This helps to ensure the workers are highly motivated by because that's their passion sometimes who can play guitar. So because they are manufacturing guitar, they love guitar, and they encourage workers to attend training courses also, and they are giving the permission to build their 2 guitars each for themselves. So the factory thinking about that means the employees also focusing on employees, and company also focus on customers as well. How each guitar is made to the precise customer specification. So according to your specification, they can create the guitar let's say someone like to have kind of a, without this board, you like to have a red color guitar. Then you can say, I like to have a red color guitar. Can you give me red color? Or can you give pink color? Can you give blue color? Or can you give black color? I would like to have like a black color or white color guitar. So like that, so you can give the specification, the paintwork or the standards, the sizes and the strings and the quality of strings, everything you can give their specification. They're producing according to your specification. There's a website also for them to communicate with the manufacturer. So that's called the customer focus. Those principles we can easily, features of TQM we can easily find out from the case. You can see the two described features of the TQM and they are used by the Santa Cruz, and explain one advantage of Santa Cruz using TQM. Right. So this thing actually you can see right now we have know the features and also look at this mark scheme. Describe the two features of the TQM and they are giving that case study material, everything again as application point. You can see they avoid the faulty product and they are using the number of employees to skilled craftsmen or luthiers and organizers, and there are 6 different workstations. So those are the features, power checking and everything properly. So after another feature is you can see evident that Santa Cruz Guitar companies focus on customer orders. You know, they asking the customer specification before they produce something. So you can see the second advantage is customer focus. And they talk about, in this case, it's a very good point. You can use like this kind of a wording, right, in your answers also. In this case, then you know your application, assessment objective 2, AO2, application use. In this case, each guitar is made to precise customer specification, and the company has a website to guitar owners and communicate directly with the manufacturer. So, okay, look at the second question, guys. The second question mainly is talking about the explain advantage of the Santa Cruz Guitar company using TQM principles. One key advantage of using TQM approach is to ensure the quality. To ensure the quality is that waste and inefficiencies are removed. So at the Santa Cruz Guitar company, then thorough checks are made before each guitar is passed on to the next workstation and minimize the possibility of mistakes. So that's another advantage. Minimize the possibility of mistakes. Inefficiencies will be removed. These are advantages. Right? No finished product would be have defects. So zero defect policy. So as a result of that, what happened? No defects, no wastage of resources. Then this will be leads to keep the cost down and allow firm to produce high quality products for customers, thus ensuring the company's reputation maintained. Like this. So this is the main ways then you can actually think about the case study of the TQM. Right. Let's move on to after from TQM to ISO. ISO standard is also a part of the quality standard because now this Japanese concept, you know, like we talk about 5S, Lean, Kaizen, right? And apart from that, there are some other standards called international standards are there, ISO. Quality standards are really important. For example, we can see that sometimes religions have some kind of standard. You can see like in Islam we have called like a halal certificate and everything. So I personally believe like a halal also kind of a standard according to their religion. So there are halal products, halal foods, like there are practices like that. So that's coming from the religion itself. But this is actually the international level, the international standard organization is established. And they are time to time, they are producing most famous standard is 9000 standard, this certificate. So when you obtain this certificate, you can use that as a marketing tool also. Because when you have to get the ISO certificate 9000, you have to have some kind of they come and do the checks and they get the quality checks, everything. They come to your site and they visit before they grant the certificate for you, award for you. So as a result, what are the benefits of using ISO? The certificate, you can see the summary of that thing. A lot of organizations they have like food processing organizations. It can be in British we call British Standard Institution. Sri Lanka we have called SLS, Sri Lankan standards. But most of the organizations you can see now preparing ISO because worldwide ISO standards are accepted. ISO standard. If you Google the ISO International Standard Organization.com, you can get all the standards available for different things. For example, ISO 14001, you can see that standard for environmental protection. For some hotels and everything, they obtain this standard like Sri Lanka. The Heritage Kandalava, like one of the Edkins Hotel, they obtained that standard certificate without polluting the environment, environmental preserving certificate they obtain for their hotel, because that's how they practice in the organization without harming, without damaging the environment. Right. So this one internationally recognized standard is an ISO 9000 firm that achieve the to maintain, and certain standard can be carried by the BSI, like a called kite mark. The kite mark tells the customer that the BSI quality standards are consistently achieved by the business. The benefits to a business of using ISO 9000 certificate is summarized like this. It examines and improves the system methods and procedures to lower cost, because it's a part of like a waste minimizing, and motivate staff and encourage them to get things right first time. The staff motivation thing, define key roles and responsibilities of authorities in the business, the good managerial administrative advantage also there. Ensure orders are consistently delivered on time. So it's part of like a marketing tool as well. Orders like a no lead time and everything, and highlights the product or design problems and develop improvements. So good customer care, customer satisfaction is there. Records and investigate all quality failure and customer complaints. Another advantage. So customer satisfaction is guaranteed, and show customer that they are taking measures to improve quality is another advantage, and helps to identify the staff training needs. These are the main advantages and benefits of the ISO certification in organization. Okay, so mainly there are certain ISOs are there, and these are the main advantages. So you should know by obtaining ISO certificate, you can actually use as a marketing tool. You can mention in the packaging also ISO certified, like some products like bulbs, like cement in building construction industry must be ISO standard, because it's all about the construction and everything, the people's lives and everything. So this is really important, right? You can see today, before we sum up the lesson, we can see what we have talked today is a TQM, right? Total Quality Management. Total Quality Management is a managerial approach that focuses on quality and aims to improve the effectiveness, flexibility, and competitiveness of the business organization. Please go through this definition again, and then you should know the 6 features of the TQM quality chain. Everyone is involved, quality audits, team working, customer focus, 0 defects. And we talk about the mainly advantage and disadvantages. Therefore, this kind of a question, it can be possible, like can come from a big question, like a 12 mark also, and like evaluation question, or a 9 marker with compare with another method, or a 6 marker to analyze impacts, to analyze the benefits of something. Therefore, at least minimum you should know 3 advantages or at least 2 disadvantages in examination perspective. But if you are watching this video, and this time if you are a businessman who are watching this video, then you can know that there are so many advantages are there. Anyway, the evaluation point, you can see the advantages are always outweigh the disadvantages. So you can see there are few limitations are there. I can say the mainly disadvantage, but there are limitations of every option. There are disadvantage, limitations are there. Here also, like we have few limitations, but you can give kind of solutions to overcome this thing, like high training and implementation costs. But this can be, however, this can be reduced by organizing, by recruiting well-trained, like a good craftsmen, good technicians, the organization. Right? Will work only everyone is committed. With everyone's 100% commitment, difficult to obtain, but organization can have some kind of a strict guidelines and policies to actually get their staff commitment. And maybe bureaucratic, lot of documents are there, but organization can actually improve the efficiency by these days by using the networks and the computer systems and everything. And focus is on process and not the product. Sometimes people say it's too inflexible because they are thinking too much about the process and not the final product. But this is kind of limitations are there, generic limitations are there of every model. But look at the advantages. These are really important because customer focus, 100% customer can guarantee. So this is a wonderful method for a business organization to implement. So, and finally, we talk about the ISO standardization, the benefits of ISO standardization also. So from that, guys, so we are going to wind up our today's session. And thank you very much. Have a nice day, everyone. Then see you on our next session. Thank you. you very much. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.